Hello and welcome to the May update from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola. And without further ado, let's get into your Q&A questions. All right. And the first question is from Sir Andrew. Welcome back. And he asks, hi, am I correct in saying that what Thomas showed in his recent video, he performs normalization of Boolean algebra formulas and he gets the results of either true or false. So does this mean this demo is like an automated theorem prover, where it automates the process of evaluating logical expressions and can be used to prove theorems or verify properties in the domain of Boolean algebra and logic?
Hi, Sir Andrew. It is like theorem proving, but not exactly. In the mentioned demo, I was using expressions which were normalized to true or false. Normalization transforms expressions into a normal form. It simplifies expressions and it can help in comparing them by reducing them to a canonical form, which can sometimes be just true or false. And in this case, it might be considered as proving. But normalization is not enough for proving because there are many other expressions which cannot be normalized into just true or false. Theorem prover uses also other algorithms and formal methods, and it often uses normalization internally, or it is used to preprocess expressions.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Tomasz. And the next question is from Tiger. Can Zcash, zero knowledge proof, similar system of transaction be implemented over Agoras cryptocurrency? Paper cash does have more privacy, which nobody knows how much you have nor what type of transaction you did in the past. Compare it to Bitcoin or Ethereum, which you announce your transaction to everybody in the internet.
So Tau being a user-controlled blockchain, certainly we can consider implementing zero-knowledge type algorithms on top of Tau blockchain, even though the cryptographic primitives themselves would not be implemented in Tau. But I think we can certainly consider that possibility.
All right, and the next question is from Clerk, and they ask, the ability to combine brainpower using Agoras is world-changing. What do you envision will initially be the most sought-after pieces of knowledge to trade through the Agoras knowledge economy? Will it be, 1, pieces of software, and if so, what kind? Or 2, pieces of information, for example, scientific knowledge? Thank you.
Well, it will be a continuous process of more and more kinds of knowledge over time that there will be the ability to trade over them over the network. It will begin with pieces of software, as you say, in particular definitions. So, for example, someone has a definition of what does it mean for software to be secure, things like this. And with time, we will reach much broader knowledge, like scientific papers, as you say.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ahad. And the next question is from Sam, and they ask, what do you envision the first Tau programs using the Tau language alpha release to be about? For what kind of programs is the Tau language alpha release best suited? So we're going to combine a question, because the next question actually is very, very relevant to this one. So the next question is from Cryptographic, and they ask, once the Tau language alpha is out, it'll be good to have Tau programs out along with it to validate the revolutionary capabilities of the language. Will you build a Tau program for the community to run and get a feeling of its capabilities? And if so, what kind of Tau program? Or is the shortest way to a functioning and useful Tau program the testnet?
Yes, so the first program and the main first demo of the capabilities of the Tau language is the testnet indeed, yes.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Ahad. And the next question is from Fabio M.A. And they ask, hello group, do you think that sooner or later a smartphone application called Tau will be born? Or that in the future, someone will use Tau technology to create their own apps?
Yes, as our technology matures and we get products out, there's lots of room of creating apps for all different kinds of purposes. So be it from the team or from the community, there will be lots of room for very interesting apps from all different angles.
All right, fantastic, Killian. Thanks so much. And the next questions are from Dana, and he asks, For Ahad, which Tau algorithm or breakthrough are you most proud of, and what process did you use to create it?
Well, as you said many times, it is the language NSO, so it's the first language that can speak about the truth of its own sentences, and the guarded successor, which is the Tau language, which is extending NSO to be a temporal logic. And this all came from the realization that logical sentences can be abstracted to be only Boolean algebra element, and then studying the properties of the theory of Boolean algebra.
All right. And the next question from Dana is, regarding atomless Boolean algebras, how can I explain in a simplified way what quantifier elimination is to the masses?
Yeah, so to give an example from the world of numbers, in particular rational or real numbers, such that you have fractions, so you can always find the number in the middle. So for example, if you say exist x, some number such that x is between a and b, well, exists such an x precisely when a is less or equal to b, right? If a is greater than b, then there is no such number. So exists a such that a is less equal x less equal b, if and only if a is less equal b. And that's a quantifier elimination. The exist x and all occurrences of this x disappeared, and we got a logically equivalent formula.
All right, fantastic. And the next question from Dana is, what is a very interesting recent insight, algorithm, or discovery regarding the Tau version of the two variable fragment?
Well, there is not one specific. We basically take existing algorithm, which is not even meant to be an algorithm. It is meant to show some theoretical result, and we try to convert it to a practical algorithm. And it's just a very tedious work of going over many, many details and trying to see how to treat each one of them algorithmically. So there is no some recent major insight.
All right. And the last question from Dana goes to Karim. When Tau, Agoras, and Tau language are ready, what are some ways for community members to profitably contribute while earning Agoras, and what infrastructure needs to be built?
Yeah, that's a great question, Dana. So from the beginning, Tau and Agoras were envisioned by Ohad as a knowledge-sharing platform. And so on the Agoras, you'll be able to, let's say if you have an expertise in a certain specific field, you can codify that expertise in using the Tau language and share it with the community, possibly for profit. So that's definitely the number one usage case for Tau and Agoras. That's what we're working towards.
All right, fantastic. Thanks, Karim. And the next question is from Ferry, and they ask, can the team start putting their marketing outreach towards the crypto and blockchain side of Tau instead of the traditional? How we stack up to other protocols and etc. Yep, absolutely. That's what we're working on at the moment. Carolina is leading the efforts on a big website update, which will again turn the screw in terms of how easy Tau is to understand and comprehend by even more and more people. And at the same time, we're going to be pushing and promoting TauNet more and Agoras more on the website in many more key areas. So you look forward to a massive website update on that. And also that'll be part of our rebranding strategy as well. And as well as that, we are also working on a lot of Twitter updates. So working with a lot of key opinion leaders who already support us and helping us to spread the message of Tau. And we're also going to be hiring a additional writer to work with us to, for example, work on comparison between Tau and other protocols. So yeah, look forward to that. Cheers. This question comes from Cetus Ultimus Maximud. Given high expectations and current LLMs, how do you anticipate the first Tau release will be received? What might surprise users positively or negatively? Are expectations accurate?
I think it will be received mainly around the axis of ability to specify software and to collaboratively specify software. for experienced programmers, they will be able to feel that this is at the beginning of a new way, a new generation of software development. For the negatives, I think that they will see it's a beginning, a very good beginning, but still a beginning, and there will still be a lot of work to make it much easier and much faster.
All right, and the next question is from Rock Lee. And they say, for a project that's been here for 10 years, how comes we see no allies or friends for it yet? No interaction with other protocols on Twitter discussing crypto and blockchain. Now, I'm going to pass this on to Killian in a moment, but a big reason is that we have ultimately been developing Tau. So before then, not many people will be able to use it. So it's very hard to make partnerships when there's nothing to really partner over right at this moment. But of course, once we release the project, we envisage that, many projects that will want to build on top of Tau to be able to get Tau's features. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to attract as many projects as possible to build on top of Tau. So I'll pass it over to Killian to answer the rest.
I believe there's some misconception about our project in the question because, we are part of the Inception program of NVIDIA. And when it comes to interactions with other protocols on Twitter discussing crypto blockchain, just recently we had a Twitter space with FiDeFi, which I mentioned also in my monthly update, in the business update. But that was on AI crypto, and it was a fruitful discussion. And we're certainly looking to get more of these events going in the near future. So look out for that. But I agree. There's always room for improvement, and certainly would be nice to see more of these kind of events in the future.
The next question is from Aidan McMahon. Have there been any developments on finding a VC investment? Well, we've recently just begun the process, and we've just wanted to make sure that the offering, the package that we create for VCs has been on point. Things have changed in the market, especially for AI projects and crypto projects, and there's a fine balance to finding the right VC for that. But we're starting to pick up interest, and we expect to be having calls in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully wrap this up really quickly. Cheers. The next question is from Crypto Rick, and they ask, you raised thousands of BTC in 2016 and can't help but put in a little liquidity, also making the biggest Tau parts for company use, not for the Agoras holder who sponsored you. How is it fair? Well, that's a really, really interesting question. And thank you for that question. And I'm sure that a lot of people have this same feeling. Now, when we raised, BTC was not at the current price it is now. Now, maybe things would be much different if we held and we didn't move any BTC into a form that would be more responsible for the company to hold. Obviously, our expenses aren't in BTC, they are in fiat. We raised around $2 million at the time. And it's been however many years, 2016. As things have changed a lot since then. Even the cost of one developer has changed significantly since then. So we think we've really done quite well in terms of how we've allocated the capital for the project. As I said before on Telegram, that the funds are going towards development. That's the most important thing that we're going to be working on. And once we have that, I do believe things will change on the liquidity pool. But right now, funds have to go towards development. Cheers. And the last question is from Marco, and he asks, can you define or describe the difference between an artificial splitter and a good one, which you are apparently searching for?
Yeah, so a language, one case in which a language makes an atomless Boolean algebra is if you are unlimited in your vocabulary. You can use as many words as you want. So if there is one sentence, I can always find a sentence that says what the original sentence said and more by using a vocabulary that the first sentence didn't use, by using a new word, just saying the first sentence and adding something about a new concept. And that would be a splitter. And that would also be an artificial splitter, to say strictly more just by using a concept that was not used before, that's very artificial. Now, sometimes there is no choice but to use artificial splitter, but of course, we want to use much more natural and good splitters whenever possible.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Ahad. And that about wraps it up for this month's Q&A. See you on Telegram, see you on Twitter, and the rest of the socials. Cheers.